WrestleMania 1 has just happened. It's been over and done with. WWF are on a global expansion. And can we succeed that global expansion? Find out as we begin. WWF 1985. Boom, 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 boom. Ladies and gentlemen, it's October 1985, my friends. It's Thursday, week 1. And I am ready to run WWF. So yeah, this is a new series. I did say you're going to get MPW 2, episode 2. You're not. What I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be doing MPW and WWF Supers and WWF episode of WWF each, and on the same day. So you'll get MPW and WWF 1985 on the same day if I can record them. I'm not always promising because I'm definitely got a load of recording time next week, so there'll be a lot of recording going on next week. But George Rowell had a 39, Danny Spaver had a 30. George Rowell's improving performance, a 38 D-. I've released a load of people. And there's a load of new people coming in, so just be aware of that. In a picture of Ad Pro Wrestling, a little heat. Iron Mark Sharp defeated Terry Gibbs in 8:24 by pinfall. Iron Mark Sharp 46, Terry Gibbs 29. Iron Mark Sharp improving performance of 43D. In a picture of Ad Pro Wrestling, a little heat. Bob Bailey defeated Matt Bourne in 7:57 by pinfall, the Power Driver. Bob Bailey 35, Matt Bourne 41. Matt Bourne in technical and in performance. Nice Matt Bourne, a 42D. In an abysmal pre-show match, Susan Starr defeated Penny Mitchell in 8:11 by pinfall. Penny Mitchell 16, Susan Starr 21. These two have good chemistry. Penny Mitchell in performance and Susan Starr in technical. I knew the women's division was shit at this time, but jeez. Women's wrestling wasn't that good, obviously. In a decent pre-show match, Ted Cardia defeated Hillbilly Jim in 8:08 by pinfall. Ted Cardia 38, Hillbilly Jim 69. Hillbilly Jim in performance, Ted Cardia in Rumble in performance. He's going to be released after this show anyway because he's an occasional wrestler and I don't want occasional wrestlers on the roster. In a decent pre-show match, Velvet McIntyre defeated Fabulous Moon in 7:42. Moolah 60, Velvet McIntyre 58. And she's improving in performance to 62C. There's no women's champion at the moment. Oh, an 86B plus as Hogan's in the back and he goes, let me tell you something, Mean Gene. WrestleMania was a huge success and now the WWF are going to become the global leader of wrestling. I'm the biggest name right now and Hulkamania is running wild, brother. And with this, Roddy Piper runs in and attacks Hogan and attacks Hulk Hogan. We're just going to complete the turn. Even though there is no heels and faces, I've took it out because it was just too much hassle. I only do it when I'm running my own, start a new company because everything you can even it out, but here you couldn't. But in a decent match, the Hart Foundation defeated the Bulldogs, the Killer Bees, and the Young Stallions in 9:43. In 9:43, the order of match was Young Stallions first, then the Killer Bees, and finally the British Bulldog. Hart Foundation are your WWF World Tag Team Champions. Jimmy Dean Hart would be better off with Jimmy Hart. David Boy 70, Dynamite Kid 72, Jimmy Dean Hart 60, Bret Hart 71, Jim Brazil 54. Brian Blair 48, Jim Powers 29, Paul Ramona 35. Paul Ramona in flying, Jim Brazil in performance, Dynamite Kid in technical, and Jim Powers in performance. I'm probably going to get rid of Jimmy Hart anyway, just because I don't think I'm going to be using him. In a decent match, Big John Studd, Hercules Hernandez, and SD Jones defeated Tito Santana, and Tito Santana defeated Terry Funk, Tony Atlas, Greg Valentine, and Barry Windham in 5:54 when Big John Studd defeated Barry Windham by pinfall. Barry Windham 48, Greg Valentine 67, Tony Atlas 57, Funk 67, Tito Santana 69, SD Jones 54, Hercules Hernandez 60, Big John Studd 59. What did Greg Valentine get? 67. So yeah, them two could have a good match. Tito Santana in technical performance, Greg Valentine in performance, Barry Windham in Rumble in technical, Hercules Hernandez in improving in Rumble, Big John Studd in performance, and Tony Atlas in performance. I like this. A lot of improvements, and we're not frozen yet. We see Randy in the back and he goes, oh yeah, I'm going to take down the fans here of the Dragon Ricky Steamboat. I hate him, you guys. I think he's the best. I hate you. I hate him. You guys think he's the best thing in the world. Not. I am the Macho Man Randy Savage. Oh yeah. 78B. Beautiful Randy Savage. In a battle that didn't have much heat in terrible wrestling, Judy Martin defeated Jonah Kelly 5:17 by pinfall to Judy Pop. 40-33. These two have pretty good chemistry. No work improvements for ED minus. Yeah. Little gimmick. We'll sort that out later. In the Bad Fantastic Heat and Great Wrestling, Andre the Giant defeated Junkyard Dog in 5:42 by pivotal body slam. Andre the Giant 77, Junkyard Dog 68. Junkyard Dog improving the performance to match them because of lack of selling display. Oh well, 71C+. In our main event is Hulk Hogan versus Ricky Steamboat. In an exceptional match, Hulk Hogan defeated Ricky Steamboat in 15:08 by pinfall the Axe Bomber. Hulk Hogan makes defense number 1 of his WWF World Heavyweight title. Ricky Steamboat 89, Hogan 94. No work improvements to 75B-. And after the match, out comes Roddy Piper and beats him up. In a post-show bout that had good heat and decent wrestling, Nikolai Volkov, the Iron Sheik, and Mike Rotundo defeated Adrian Adonis, Magnuson, Marco, and Bruce Beefcake in 8:18 when the Iron Sheik defeated Adrian Adonis by pinfall. Bruce Beefcake 63, Magnificent Morocco 76, Adrian Adonis 75, Mark Rotundo 37, Iron Sheik 73, Nikolai Koloff 63. There's a lot of episodes I've got to do. Mike Rotundo in Techno, Mike Rotundo in Performance, Magnificent Morocco in Performance, Nikolai Koloff in Rumble, Techno, and Performance 55C-. God, this game's better than what we've had before. An exceptional post-show match, Randy Savage defeated Paul Orndorff in 7:55 by pinfall of Miss Elizabeth in first. These two have great chemistry. Glenn Monson and Dress Films pretty good chemistry calling the match together. Randy Savage 88 and Paul Orndorff 79. Paul Orndorff in Technical Grand Performance, a 57C-. And an exceptional match, post-show match, Roddy Piper defeated Bob Orton Jr. in 8:27 by pinfall. Roddy Piper 98, Bob Orton Jr. 68. No work improvements, but that's the end of tonight's show. Our first show, I think that was meant to be a B show, but 75. The show lost its popularity in 2 regions, but increased its popularity in 19. So there you go, our first show over and done with. We'll see you for the next one, whether it be WWF. I don't know what the hell TV shows we've got going on at the moment, but we'll see you at the next one. Thanks for watching, guys. Welcome back to WWF in 1985, and this is Saturday night's main event in front of 35,446 people at the Carrier Dome. In the Paul pre-show match, Iron Mark Sharp and the Young Stallions defeat George Wells and the Killer Bees in 8:15 when Iron Mark Sharp defeated George Wells by pinfall. George Wells 40, Jim Brazil 50, Brian Blair 44, Jim Powell 37, Paul Ramone 37, Iron Mark Sharp 46, George Wells improving the Rumble 47D. In the pre-show bout, didn't have much heat and terrible wrestling. Terry Gibbs defeated Ted Arcadia in 7:55 by pinfall. Terry Gibbs 30, Ted Arcadia 40, and no work convinced 38D-. In a terrible pre-show match, Danny Spaver defeated Bob Bradley in 8:17 by pinfall Bulldog. Bob Bradley 37, Danny Xavier 29, no work convinced 37D. In a pre-show bout, terrible wrestling non-existent crowd heat, Matt Bourne defeated Shane Douglas in 7:59 by pinfall the Northern Exposure. Matt Bourne 37, Shane Douglas 25, Matt Bourne in Techno. Shane Douglas getting base gimmick. Believe me, there's no angles on tonight's show. I've just gone for a full-out wrestling show. In a good match, the Hart Foundation defeated the British Bulldogs in 15:18 when Bret Hart defeated Dynamite Kid by pinfall by submission. Sorry, with a sharpshooter, the Hart Foundation make defense on one of their tag team titles. Johnny Dean was really that's been put. We're going to get rid of him. Guillaume Messina and Bobby Heenan super call matches. Dynamite Kid 70, Davey Boy 71, Jimmy Lee 61, Bret Hart 71, no work with 74B-. In a good poor match, Velveteen McIntyre defeated all of the women's division in 13:33. The order of mention was Penny Mitchell first and Cedar Star, then Leanna Kai, Judy Martin, and finally the Fabulous Moon invited Velvet McIntyre is your WWF Women's Champion. Judy Martin 45, Leanna Kai 48. Penny Mitchell 18, Susan Star 21, Fabulous Moon 55, and Velvet McIntyre 55. Penny Mitchell, Rumble, Technical in Performance, and Susan Star in Performance at 47D. Do you want to continue? Nope, I'll give her the gimmick change tonight. There we go, 47D. In a decent match, Hercules Hernandez defeated SD Jones in 9:56 by people with the backbreaker rack. Hercules Hernandez 57, SD Jones 53. Hercules Hernandez is improving in performance of 60C. In a poor match, Barry Windham defeated Tony Atlas in 11:23 by people with the Flying Lariat. Barry Windham 47, Tony Atlas 53. No Grizz 54C-. In a good match, Tito Santana defeated Greg Valentine in 15:30 by a pinfall. Tito Santana makes defense number 1 of his WWF Intercontinental title, 68C+. Greg Valentine 66, Tito Santana 70. No work improvements. In a decent match, Big John Studd defeated Mike Rotundo in 10:50 by pinfall, 58C-. Big John Studd 61, Mike Rotundo 43. No work improvements, 58C-. In a bad, fantastic and great wrestling, Iron Sheik defeated Magnificent Morocco in 14:34 by pinfall. Magnificent Morocco 76, Iron Sheik 65. Magnificent Morocco in performance 69C plus. Yeah, well, he's going anyway. In an exceptional match, Adrian Adonis defeated Bob Orton Jr. in 14:49 by pinfall. The Adorable Dog in 82B. Adrian Adonis 77, Bob Orton Jr. 79. Bob Orton Jr. improving technical in 82B. Not bad. In a very good heat and decent wrestling, Brutus Beefcake defeated Nikolai Volkov in 15:16 by pinfall. Brutus Beefcake 59, Nikolai Volkov 60. Nikolai Volkov improving in performance of 63C. In an exceptional match, Ricky Steamboat defeated Randy Savage in 24:55 by pinfall Flying Chemistry. Randy Savage 88, Ricky Steamboat 89. No Welcome 79B. In an exceptional match, Andre the Giant defeated Paul Orndorff in 8:19 by pinfall Body Slam. Paul Orndorff 77, Andre the Giant 90. No Welcome 74B minus. In an exceptional match, Terry Funk defeated Junkyard Dog in 8:20 by pinfall Power Driver. Junkyard Dog 84, Terry Funk 17, no Working Movement 73B minus. My main event tonight is Hulk Hogan vs Roddy Piper. In a bad, unbelievable heat and superb wrestling, Hulk Hogan defeated Roddy Piper in 29:54 by pinning a leg drop. Big leg drop. Hulk Hogan makes defense number 2 of his heavyweight title. Roddy Piper 98, Hulk Hogan 91. No Working Movement 82B, and that's where we end tonight's show. An 80B plus. Increased our popularity in 12 regions. So we'll see you, I think it's not, it'll be Monday night, where WWF Superstars, which is going to be the first ever 2-hour live show of wrestling. That's our first big event on pay-per-view, so hopefully that'll bring in some money. We'll see you guys live for another edition of WWF very soon. Thanks for watching. Welcome back to 1985. It's World Wrestling Federation, and it is Superstars of Wrestling on a Friday night, and it's in front of 17,167 people at the Freedom Hall tonight, and a decent pre-show match. The Fantastics and the Rock and Roll Express defeat the Hart Foundation, the Killer Bees in 7:45, and Ricky Morton defeat Brian Blair by putting a missile dropkick. Bret Hart and shoulders blown nuts. Bobby Fulton, old school face, average, old school face, below average. Tommy Rogers playing his gimmick. Ricky Morton, Rockstar, below average. Rockstar for Robert Gibson, very good. Robert Gibson's getting base gimmick. We're getting rid of, got to release all them. Robert Gibson 55, Ricky Morton 55, Tommy Rogers 23, Bobby Fulton 31, Jim Brazil 39, Brian Blair 44, Jim Needhart 57, Bret Hart 67. Robert Gibson in Technical, Jim Needhart in Performance, Bobby Fulton in Flying, Tommy Rogers in Technical Flying, and Jim Brazil in Performance of 57C-. In a terrible pre-show match, Linda Dallas and Velvet McIntyre defeated Judy Martin and Lena Kai in 8:20 when Linda Dallas defeated Lena Kai by pinfall. Linda Sweet Link. Lena Kai 47, Judy Martin 42, Velvet McIntyre 40, Linda Dallas 15. No work improvements of 42D. In a pre-show battle had terrible wrestling and non-existent crowd heat, Sting defeated Bob Bradley in 7:42 by pinfall. Sting's David's old school face got average. Bobby went off his game. Sting's 27, Bob Bradley 29. No work improvements of 31E+. In a pre-show battle terrible wrestling and non-existent crowd heat, Steven Regal defeated Mike Rotundo in 8:07 by pinfall. Leo Balla did good work at ringside. Steven Regal old school heel poor. Mark Rotundo and Steven Regal have great chemistry. Mark Rotundo 52, Steven Regal 18, 43D. There was a lot of debuts tonight and a lot of goodbyes because a lot of rest. I am trying to make this company so that I can work with it a bit better. So there's also a big surprise at the opening. In a pre-show battle, terrible wrestling non-existent crowd heat, George Wales defeated Iron Mark Sharp in 7:59 by pinfall the Avalanche. Iron Mark Sharp 33, George Wales 30, no way commits 40+. An 85B, as we have Mean Gene back and goes, well guys, I was meant to be joined by WWF champion of Walker. Instead we've got a huge surprise here tonight, Ric Flair. Yes, thank you, Mean Gene. You see this? Holds up the NWA Championship. This is bullshit. I'll show you where this can go. And he basically drops the NWA title into the trash can. He goes, WrestleMania 2. Me versus Hulk Hogan. Two of the greatest in this industry is going, industry going. In the biggest main event this world has seen. With Flair Davies' Nature Boy gimmick, and strain of average, NAS quality and the colour commentary attributes. The whatever Tyrant started line the fans for the segment of gained heat. Of course, we are going to be building this up over the next few months, heading into WrestleMania in March. And it is going to be the main event of WrestleMania is now going to be confirmed by me. Heading into that show, it's going to be Hulk Hogan versus Ric Flair. Now, it doesn't mean it's going to be for the title, but it does mean that match will be happening at WrestleMania. So you want to get your seats and bums in seats. In an exceptional match, Billy Graham defeated Roddy Piper in 8:13 by pinfall. Billy Graham debuts Rockstar gimmick above average. Match sold because of not enough selling. Billy Graham 74, Roddy Piper 92. Roddy Piper in performance and Billy Graham in performance 76B-. In a terrible match, the Rockers defeated Young Stallions in 7:25 when Shawn Michaels defeated Jim Powers by pinfall. The Rock Shocker. Mighty Jane 43, Michaels 33, Jim Powers 26, Paul Ramon 35. Shawn Michaels old school face average, Mighty Jane show stealer average. Michaels no work improvements of 39D-. So don't normally start improving in their first night. Then we have Paul Orndorff in the back with me and Gene. He goes, Andre the Giant, I can beat you. You might be the biggest man in pro wrestling, but I'm the greatest superstar going. I'm coming for you, and I will be the Giant Slayer. No work improvements. We're going to get rid of Bobby Heenan. Fabulous Moore's going as well. She's like 52 now. And above her, decent match crowd with subpar wrestling. Susan Starr defeated Fabulous Moon in 5:30, won by pinfall. Susan Starr 24. Fabulous Moon in 58. No work improvements, 49D. And Cyrus Blaine goes, so Mr. Steamboat beat me. This was a fluke. I'm coming for him. I'm going to win. And I'm going to be the best. I'm the greatest superstar on the WWF roster. Ooh, yeah. So, Randy Savage in a good mood tonight. In the above had good heat and decent wrestling. Greg Valentine's defeated Hercules Hernandez in 8:13 by pinfall. Hercules Hernandez 57, Greg Valentine 66 and 67C+. Live on pay-per-view this coming week, it's WWF and Madison Square Gardens, your main event. I'm just going to check I've set this up the right way, because it's meant to be it's meant to be like the Mega Powers. I know they weren't around at this time, but hey ho, they were known. Oh god, we're going to start hinting towards the Mega Powers over the next few months as we're building into March next year, because this is how wrestling was done in the 80s. I've kind of learnt this now. Hulk Hogan will be tagging with Randy Savage, even though there's going to be a bigger main event tonight. And they'll be taking on the team of Ricky Steamboat and Ric Flair in your main event live at Madison Square Gardens, the monthly event, live on pay-per-view, 78B for that angle. In about that great heat and good wrestling, Magnificent Morocco defeated our Adrian Adonis in 7:45 by pin of the Tombstone Pile Driver. Adrian Adonis 76, Magnificent Morocco 63. Magnificent Morocco improving in technical and performance. These two, well, we'll be dealing with that anyway. In about that decent wrestling on the sheet, Ted DiBiase, Matt Bourne, SD Jones and Ted Arcadia defeat Tony Atlas, Terry Gibbs, Big John Studd and Barry Windham. When Ted DiBiase defeated Terry Gibbs by pinfall. Barry Windham 60, Big John Studd 58, Terry Gibbs 24. You're going, mate. Tony Atlas 48, Ted Arcadia is going as well at 22. SD Jones 53, Matt Bourne 44, Teddy Rossi 66. SD Jones improving technical. I'm gonna be. They're gonna have one more shot, and then I'll be writing. I'm just gonna be writing a few names down that I know have not. I've been keeping an eye on wrestlers and wrestlers who have not been doing well. So a lot of people are being released because of their ratings and because they're not that good, and also they're quite old now. So they're not going to get any better in ring. So it's about time they just got released and went on to, well, I don't know what year, to another company, because the territories are still open at this time. Hopefully we're going to kill that down. But them two names I've written down are going. Most other people are staying. Oh, we have Tito Santana in the back. As Intercontinental Champion, I'm the fighting champion. I've beaten Greg Valentine, and they're going to be the best superstar in the world. WWF is changing the wrestling industry forever. This is the path I am on. The path of greatness. So Tito Santana, I have also put Greg Valentine into advance the Intercontinental storyline. In above that, fantastic and great wrestling, Paul Orndorff, Ric Flair, Tito Santana, and Nikolai Volkov defeat Bruce Beefcake, Bob Orton Jr. and Ricky Steamboat. When Andre the Giant 7-3 and Ric Flair defeat Bob Orton Jr. by submission. Andre the Giant 89, Ricky Steamboat 89, Bob Orton Jr. 74, Bruce Beefcake 63, Nikolai Koloff 62, Tito Santana 65, Ric Flair 87, Paul Orndorff 76, Bruce Beefcake in Rumble and Performance. Paul Ondorf in Techno. Bob Orton Jr. in Performance. And Nikolai Volkov in Performance 76.6B minus. Music video showing to promote up the other new tag team tonight. The Road Warriors have arrived, as well as the Rockers and the Rock and Roll Express. The Road Warriors have signed earlier than what they didn't realise. In a superb match, Road Warriors defeat the Bulldogs in 82 when Road Warrior Animal defeat Dynamite Kid by pinfall the Doomsday Device. Dynamite Kid 71, Davey Boy 71, Road Warrior Hawk 84, Road Warrior Animal 79, and Tim Morin at WWF. Terry Funk's not on the card tonight either, but I'm releasing him as well. He's going. Road Warriors. Oh no, hold on. Road Warriors will be in action. They'll be taking on the Heart Foundation for the Tag Team Gold. That is going to be live. That's the match I'm going to go for. In the next session match, Harley Race defeat Junkyard Dog by pinfall the Pile Driver. Harley Race 78, Junkyard Dog 77. Old school heel gimmick average. No recommend 76, 5B minus. And your main event tonight gets an 83B plus. An exception match. Hulk Hogan defeated Randy Savage in 22:08 by pinfall the Axe Bomb after distraction from Ricky Steamboat. Hulk Hogan makes defense number 3 of his WWF World title. Randy Savage and Mr. Liz have great chemistry. Now says Vince McMahon was pretty weak. Randy Savage 87, Hulk Hogan 91. No work appearance. You want to just new? Let's just do it now because even though we ain't got Hills of Faces turned on. There you go. Hulk Hogan celebrates victory in the ring when Ric Flair runs in and attacks him, beating him down to the mat. That's how we end the night's WWF Superstars. An 80B plus. I think that's quite a good show. Increase the popularity in 83 regions. And we'll see you live for WWF at Madison Square Gardens. Well, thank you for watching. And welcome. I thought this was a Madison Square Garden show, but it isn't. It's the October Supercard, and it's being held by the World Wrestling Federation in front of 35,446 people at the Carrier Dome. In a terrible pre-show match, Judy Martin defeated Lynn and Kay. Judy Martin, Lynn Kaya defeated Susan Starr and Linda Dallas in 7-4 when Judy Martin defeated Linda Dallas by pinfall the Judy Drop. Linda Dallas Sweet Link. Hello Kai 46, Judy Martin 42, Linda Dallas 17, Susan Starr 31. Ferris Miller is no longer with the company and there's a load of new women coming in. In a terrible pre-show match, Danny Sparva defeated George Wells in 8-4 by pinfall the Bulldog. George Wells 38, Danny Sparva 31. No work of improvements. In a decent pre-show match, Mike Rotundo defeated Billy Graham in 8-4 by pinfall the Flying Lariat. Billy Graham 76, Mike Rotundo 45. No work improvements, so I'll give him some money after tonight to make him happy. In a terrible pre-show match, I Mark Sharp, in a decent pre-show match, defeated Big John Studd in 8-8 by pinfall. Big John Studd 56, I Mark Sharp 47, and 57C minus. In a decent pre-show match, Matt Bourne defeated SD Jones in 7:42 by pinfall the Northern Exposure. Matt Bourne 42, SD Jones 52, or 52D plus. We're now on the main card. In a decent match, the Hart Foundation defeated the Rock and Roll Express in 15:16 when Bret Hart defeated Robert Gibson by pinfall with a heart attack. The Bret Hart Foundation make defense number 2 of their World Tag Team titles. Robert Gibson 46, Ricky Morton 46, Jim Nadine 63, Bret Hart 73, Ricky Morton improving in Rumble 67C plus. Yeah, we're getting rid of Jimmy Hart. In a poor match, Sting defeated Tony Atlas in 14:33 by pinfall. Sting 28, Tony Atlas 54, no Wikipedia 48D. In a good match, Ted DiBiase defeated Bob Orton Jr. in 15:25 by pinfall. Ted DiBiase 62, Bob Orton 77, no work improvement 76B minus. In a poor match, the Killer Bees defeated the Rockers in 9:39 when Jim Burnsill defeated Marty Jannetty by pinfall the Bee Stinger. Jim Burnsill 55, Brian Blair 51, Marty Jannetty 40, Shawn Michaels 35. Marty Jannetty is improving in performance of 52D plus. In a terrible match, the Fantastics defeated Young Stallions in 14:55 when Bobby Fulton defeated Jim Powers by pinning the rocket launcher. Tommy Roode 28, Bobby Fulton 27, Jim Powell 37, Paul Ramone 35. No work improvements. In a decent match, Tito Santana defeated Barry Windham in 15:38 by pinfall. He makes defense number 2 of the Intercontinental title. Barry Windham 47, Tito Santana 68. Barry Windham is improving in performance. Barry Windham is being released after tonight. That's decided. In about that good heat and decent wrestling, British Beefcake defeated Greg Valentine in 15:07 by pinfall distraction from Tito Santana. Bruce B. Kate 63, Greg Valentine 64. No working for 66C+. In about that good heat and did good wrestling, Hercules Hernandez defeated Magnificent Morocco in 15-12 by pinfall the backbreaker rack. Hercules Hernandez 56, Magnificent Morocco 76. Magnificent Morocco improving in performance. In about that great wrestling and good heat, British Bulldogs defeated Road Warriors in 14-41 when Dynamite Kid defeated Road Warrior by pinfall with a power clean lift and diving headbutt. Dynamite Kid 73, David Boy 70, Road Warrior Hawk 76, Road Warrior Animal 67, David Boy in Technical with 75B-. In about that, Turbo Wrestling Knowledge of the crowd, Stephen Regal defeated Bob Bradley in 15-04 by pinfall. Bob Brady 30-35, Stephen Regal 19, Bob Brady in Technical 31E+. In an exceptional match, Nikolai Volkov, Terry Funk, Ric Flair, Randy Savage and Andre the Giant defeated Junkyard Dog, Paul Orndorff, Ricky Steamboat, Roddy Piper and Agent Adonis in 25-16 when Ric Flair defeated Agent Adonis by pinfall. Andre the Giant 88, Randy Savage 89, Ric Flair 83, Terry Funk 68, Nikolai Koloff 61, Agent Adonis 75, Roddy Piper 97, Ricky Steamboat 89, Paul Orndorff 80 and Junkyard Dog 80, Paul Orndorff in Technical, Nikolai Koloff in Rumble and Performance in 82B. Terry Funk debuted a new high spot with a pop to the crowd. His 5 quality belt for going to use this to go to in the future. In an exceptional main event, Hulk Hogan defeats Harley Race in 30 minutes 04 by pinfall. With an axe bomber, Hulk Hogan makes defense number 4 of his WWF World Heavyweight title. Harley Race getting Bay's gimmick. These two have great chemistry. 81 for Harley Race, Hogan 97. And 80B, not bad. We're going to end tonight's show. 78B increased our popularity in 8 regions. Not as good as what we've had in previous shows, but we'll accept an 80B. So tomorrow night we'll be live tomorrow night from Madison Square Gardens, and all the matches I've advertised for that show will be on the air. Thank you for watching October's Supercard. Thank you for watching. Excuse me. Welcome back. We're live at Madison Square Gardens. I think there's one more event this month, if not 2. And that means we are live. God, that's my voice sounding weird. These are plans. In a terrible pre-show match, Judy Martin defeated Linda Dallas in 7:36 by pinfall of Judy Dallas 19, Judy Martin 40, and their weight is 34E+. In a poor pre-show match, Danny Spiver defeated Iron Mark Sharp in 8:07 by pinfall of Bulldog. Danny Spiver 32, Iron Mark Sharp 51. No work improvements. You two might be released. I'm thinking of really doing a clear out soon. In a display match, Greg Valentine defeated Bob Bradley in 8:17 by pinfall. Bob Bradley 35, Greg Valentine 67. Bob Bradley improving performance, so you might be sticking around. In a good match, the Road Warriors defeated the Hart Foundation in 14:56 when Road Warrior Animal defeated Jim the Dean Hart by pinfall of Doomsday Device. Road Warrior Animals win the WWF Tag Team titles. Road Warrior Hawk Animal 74, Road Warrior Animal 66, Jim the Dean Hart 62, Bret Hart 72. Road Warrior Hawk and Technical. So, yep, the tag team titles have changed hands already in the first month to the Road Warriors. In a terrible match, Sting and Steven Regal defeated Mike Rotundo and Matt Bourne in 12:30 when Steven Regal defeated Matt Bourne. So they don't work well as a team. Damn. Steven Regal 23, Sting 30, Matt Bourne 46, Mike Rotundo 44, No Wickman's 42D. In a poor match, the Yockers and the Young Stallions defeated Fantastic British Bulldogs in 14:48 when Jim Powers defeated Bobby Fulton by pinfall of running Power Slam. Dynamite Kid 64, David Boy 66, Tommy Rue 33, Bobby Fulton 31, Jim Powers 36, Paul Roma 34, Jamal Echinati 42, Shawn Michaels 39. Shawn Michaels in performance of Jim Powers improving in performance of 53C-. In about that good heat and decent wrestling, Big John Studd defeated Hercules Hernandez in 12:50 by pinfall. Big John Studd 54, Hercules Hernandez 59. No work improvements. In an extremely short match, S.D. Jones defeated George Wells in 4 minutes 40 by pinfalls. S.D. Jones 49, George Wells 39. No work improvements, 55C-. In about that decent wrestling, done much heat, the Rock and Roll Express defeated the Killer Bees in 13:18 when Ricky Morton defeated Brian Blair by pinfall of dropkick. Jim Brazil 36, Brian Blair 49, Robert Gibson 46, Ricky Morton 48, Jim Brazil improving in Technical 55C-. In a decent match, Ted DiBiase defeated Tony Atlas in 15:04 by pinfall legally resurrected wrestlers. Ted DiBiase 64, Tony Atlas 50, Tony Atlas improving the Rumble. 62C. In above had great heat and good wrestling. Beefcake defeated Adrian Adonis in 12:34 by pinfall. Beefcake 60, Adrian Adonis 74. No word commit 73B minus. In above had great heat and good wrestling. Tito Santana defeated Terry Funk in 13:27 by pinfall. Tito Santana makes defense number 3 of his WWF Intercontinental title. Terry Funk 67, Tito Santana 69. He's got a bruised tailbone. Not too bad. In a poor match, Velvet McIntyre defeated Susan Stars in 15:20 by pin of the McIntyre roll to make defense number 1 of her women's title. Susan Star 30, Velvet McIntyre 54. Velvet McIntyre improved performance of 50D+. In a decent match, Magnificent Morocco defeated Barry Windham in 14:19 by pin of the Tombstone. Magnificent Morocco 70, Barry Windham 50. No work improvements. In an exceptional match, Bob Orton Jr., Roddy Piper, Junkyard Dog, and Andre the Giant defeated Harley Race, Billy Graham, Paul Orndorff, and Nikolai Volkov in 45:08 when Roddy Piper defeated Nikolai Volkov by pinfall. Andre the Giant 89, Junkyard Dog 77, Roddy Piper 97, Bob Orton Jr. 76, Nikolai Volkov 63, Paul Orndorff 78, Billy Graham 76, and Harley Race 76. Andre in performance, Billy Graham in performance, and Junkyard Dog in performance. 78B. Video plays hyping Macho Man Randy Savage and Hogan, taking on Flair and Steamboat. In an exceptional match, Randy Savage and Hulk Hogan defeated Ric Flair and Rocky Steamboat in 30:22 when Hulk Hogan defeated Ric Flair by pin of big leg drop. These two, okay, so we can't do Mega Powers because they don't work well in this game. Hulk Hogan 78, Randy Savage 80, Rick Steamboat 89, Ric Flair 81. No, we're committed. 81B, that's where we end tonight's show. 78B, and Hulk Hogan is doing good. Is doing themselves some justice for the company at the moment. He's doing really well. He's getting the money in. So there we go. We're going to praise them. We're going to praise them. And we're going to praise him. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank you for watching, and we'll see you again very soon for another edition of WWF. Thanks for watching. World Wrestling Federation is live with our final part of this episode, and we got 4 months, but the build up tonight is going to get hotter than ever. During this time, they'll do 4 months build up towards their biggest show, and that is what we're doing. We're following suit with this brand new show. It's WWF Superstars of Wrestling. And it's been out by the World Wrestling Federation in front of 17,444 people at the New York Times Union Center. And in a poor pre-show match, Judy Martin and Velvet McIntyre defeated Leonard Kaya and Susan Starr in 8:24, and Judy Martin defeated Lily Kaya by pinfall. Judy drop turns the ring with Velvet McIntyre's head and shoulders broken up. And Susan Starr's winner is Judy Kia's performance. Velvet McIntyre 55, Judy Martin 44, Susan Starr 33, Lynn Kai 42. No work improvements. So yeah, I'm going to say this now. There's a load of new women coming from Glow and a few other places, younger talents. So get ready for that coming in. In a piece about decent wrestling, don't much heat. The Killer Bees defeated the Rockers in 8:04 and Brian Blair defeated Shawn Michaels by pinfall. Mighty Jannetty 46, Shawn Michaels 43, Jim Brazil 53, Brian Blair 46. Mighty Jannetty in Rumble 53C minus. In a pre-show about a great heat, great wrestling and good heat, Greg Valentine defeated Bob Orton Jr. in 7:31 by pinfall. Bob Orton Jr. 76, Greg Valentine 66. No work improvements of 76B minus. In a decent pre-show match, Young Stallions defeated the Bulldogs in 7:42 when Jim Powers defeated Dynamite Kid by pinfall double drop kick. Dynamite Kid 66, David Boy 69, Jim Powers 37, Paul Ramone 35. Paul Moraine is improving the Rumble, and Jim Powers is improving the Rumble, 60C. And then we open up the night live across the world, WWF Superstars, and we see Road Warrior and Hawk and Animal, and they go, "Oh, what a rush! We come here to make an impact, and that is what we have done. The new WWF Tag Team Champions are standing here after we won the Belt Tag Belts on Sunday night in Madison Square Gardens." Road Warrior Animal goes, "This place is coming out on top, and we know we have a target on our backs. Send us teams and we'll knock them down because we're going to meet the most dominant team in the history of the WWF. 66C plus. On a terrible match, Matt Bourne defeats Steven Regal in 6:49 by pinfall with a Northern Exposure. Stephen Bourne 31. Steven Regal, 31. Matt Bourne 40. No work for 40D minus. In a decent match, Tito Santana defeated Sting in 7:42 by pinfall. He makes defense number 4 if he's in the Continental title. Sting 41. Tito 71, Sting's getting better his gimmick. No work improvements. After the match, Greg Valentine runs in, attacking and beating down Santana. That's going to lead up to 4 months' time at WrestleMania. I'll be doing this until at least Wednesday. After WrestleMania, when I'll change stuff. The Intercontinental Storylines Advances segment, or at least till 5 years worth of WWF, so 1990, I'll probably change all that. In a decent match, Team Awesome defeated the Hart Foundation and Fantastic in 7:55. The elimination was fantastic first, then the Hart Foundation turns the ring with Bret Hart show with Nuts. So both teams have great chemistry and coin matches together, so that's going to work out for us. Jimmy Dean 63, Bret Hart 76, Tommy Rogers 39, Bobby Fulton 38, Mike Rotundo 42, Barry Windham 52, Bret Hart improving Rumble and flying skills at 64C. Hulk Hogan and Jimmy Hart have actually chemistry together. Right, that's Jimmy Hart gone then. Mean Gene is developing better performance skills. Hulk Hogan and Jimmy Hart's now going. So Hulk Hogan's back goes, let me tell you something, Mean Gene. The history of this business is changing. Last week, ended of 3 nights of WWF action, 2 title matches, and I stand here, your WWF champion. Ric Flair, WrestleMania 2, the biggest night of the year. Number 2, Ric Flair versus Hogan. I'm coming out on top because the Hulkamaniacs will be running wild, brother. An A2B from Hulk Hogan. Beautiful promo. Mean Gene's developing better performance skills, which is nice to see. Good little angle. Yep, we'll be getting rid of him at the end of the night, don't you worry. In an exceptional match, Jake Roberts debuts defeating Ricky Steamboat at 7:55 by pinfall distraction from Randy Savage. Jake Roberts 87, Ricky Steamboat 89. Ricky Steamboat improving in performance. He's debuted the Snake. Very good. And then we see Savage in the back and he goes, oh yeah, Steamboat, this is not over and this war is going on till I send you packing out of the WWF. WrestleMania 2 Steamboat versus Savage. Loser leaves WWF. And so you guys, look, we've got 4 months before WrestleMania, but that's what you want? What you want? See you. What you want? You won. See you at WrestleMania 2. So yeah, another match being confirmed here tonight at WrestleMania 2. It's going to be Steamboat versus Savage. But the loser leaves the WWF. Let's just get that booked in. Say, and there you go, my friends. So I will confirm now. A lot of what I'm doing on this is not sticking to the true history path. After tonight, I've signed a load of people who didn't come into WWF until the 1990s. There's a lot, like the Rockers didn't come in for another couple of years, I don't think. So things like that I'm not sticking to. I'm sticking to pushing Hogan and stuff like that. But I want to rewrite and see what would happen if WWF signed certain people at different times and how they would improve in WWF. In a decent match, the Road Warriors defeated the Rock and Roll Express in 7:24 when Road Warrior Hawk defeated Robert Gibson by pinfall the Doomsday Device. They make defense number 1 of their tag team titles. Robert Gibson 50, Ricky Morton 49, Road Warrior Hawk 73, Road Warrior Animal 68, Animal improving in Technicals 71C+. In an exceptional match, Billy Graham defeated Roddy Piper in 8:09 by pinfall. Billy Graham is getting better. He's going to the match because not selling. Roddy Piper 97, Billy Graham 76. No work improvements, but that will be another match happening at WrestleMania. I should really do this after the Superstar Billy Graham or Roddy Piper. I've never actually watched a Billy Graham match, so I might have to go and have a look at him. So of course, after the match is over, Billy Graham is celebrating. Roddy Piper looks angry and jumps in behind, beating him down. So we're testing out new stuff at this time. In about that good heat and good wrestling, Adrian Adonis and Bruce Beefcake defeated Harley Race and Teddy Rossi in 7:45. Adrian Adonis defeated Teddy Rossi by pinfall the Adorable Dog. Bruce Beefcake 66, Adrian Adonis 75, Teddy Rossi 63, Harley Race 76. No working with 74B-. A video plays hyping up another match which will be happening at WrestleMania 3, my friends. It's going to be a huge night of wrestling action from the WWF this night, and they already started hyping it up because they want to get people to buy their tickets, which go on sale next week. So yes, Paul Orndorff will be taking on Andre the Giant. Can Paul Orndorff finally defeat Andre the Giant? And in the next exceptional match, Andre the Giant defeated Ric Flair in 7:34 by pinfall handful of tights. Ric Flair 83, Andre the Giant 89. Andre's improving in performance, which is nice, 76B-. In an exceptional match, Paul Orndorff defeated Randy Savage in 7:52 by pinfall with the pile driver. Paul Orndorff 80, Randy Savage 87. Paul Orndorff improving in technical and performance, 74B-. Nice. And then your main event tonight is Junkyard Dog taking on an exceptional match. Hulk Hogan defeated Junkyard Dog in 22 minutes 06 by putting the Axe Bomber. He makes defense number 5 of his WWF World Heavyweight title. Junkyard Dog was exhausted by the end. 68-86. Junkyard Dog improving in performance at 73B-. Increases our popularity in 2 regions, but increases it in 21. Yeah, that was a bad show. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching this episode of 1985 WWF. That is the entirety of October done. We're now moving into November, which is another big month for the company. And then we've got December as well. I will be doing everything as historically possible, apart from hiring wrestlers and stuff. So I have added a few things, like we're doing a Super Show in November, which wasn't on here in August. I will not add SummerSlam, Royal Rumble, or Survivor Series until the year they were added, until the year they actually appeared. I will be keeping an eye on when they were and looking at the dates. So that's all going to be happening. King of the Ring is already set up, which started in 1985, so it would already happened. WrestleMania 2, we're 4 months away, but the build-up is already beginning. Ladies and gentlemen, I'll see you in the next episode. Thank you for watching.